So this is the contact. I don't know if you can see this better out here. This is the contact pattern. So I painted the pinion gear. I thought it was more convenient. So it looks like it's closer to the toe than it is the heel. But I don't know, I tried every combination I could. And this was the best looking combination I had. And it had the least amount of play. What do you call it? Lash. So I think we're going to stick with this. I should have put that on the video. Damn. Well, I'm going to clean this up. So there's a 39th shim here. There's a 39th shim behind here. And I have a 30th shim to bring the pinion back 30th basically, because the pinion goes right in here. Where is it? Oh, jeez. So the pinion goes in here, and there's actually that shim is a 30th. I tried a little bit smaller, but I didn't have a whole lot of choices. Actually, I only have a 20 and a. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a 40 and a 6. So I tried the smaller one, the 6, to get less of that lash, get rid of that lash, and with the 6, there was nothing. There was no movement in it at all. It was almost like it was bound up. It felt stuck. So I knew it had to be shimmed out somewhat. And probably like a 27 or a 28 would probably be better than this one, but hold on a second. I think I'm spoken incorrectly once again. Oh, this is the 40th thou. So the 30th thou, it was still not far enough away, so the pinion gear was still too far engaged into the ring gear, which gave me no lash whatsoever. It was, and they say you can't have that. You have to have some. So the 30 didn't work, and the 30 plus the 6 did not work. It was still overly tight. So then we went to the 40. And the 40 actually feels good. I mean, there was a little bit. Here, let me show you what I got, I guess. Is this going to be a true? Well, to be totally true, you would have to probably tighten all the bolts up and stuff. All right, you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to clean this up because the ring gear has all this goop on it. I mean, it's not really goop, but it's the pattern ink. I didn't put it on heavy. I put it on light. So let me clean that up. I'm going to put that on. I'll put the ring gear on. I'm going to install it as is because I like it. And you can see how much lash I have at that point. So 40th shim here. There is 40th shim here. There's also a 40th shim between this bearing and this fitting on the other side. The coupling basically goes onto the bearing. It's part of the ring gear. Those are the 3 shims I'm using. in the manual, in this manual, I do not see the existence of this shim. This was on there when I pulled it apart, and I'm going to reuse it because it gives me, I think, the best possibility of contact and lash and success. Alright, so I pulled this one shim out, the small one, that actually goes on the ring gear on the end there to keep it up a little bit more, whatever this is, 40 thou higher. So I'm going to assemble this again and show you what I mean by how the lash disappears, it seems like. Alright, so I tighten the cover back up, minus this 140 thou shim that doesn't exist that I could find in the book. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can see that. Oh, nice. Okay, that's a little better. All right. I didn't tighten them all down, but I can see that this cover is flush, and the ring gear is installed. Minus the 40 thou shim. I have a 40 thou shim in place here. Let's just see how it goes in. I can't even get it to install. So that means that ring gear is sitting so low without this shim that this pinion gear won't even get in there. Whether this is there or not, I mean, that doesn't matter. That's not holding up. It's I tried this a couple times. I just wanted to, I don't know, show it to you guys. Anyways, so this is necessary, and maybe it's in that book manual and I can't even find it. That's possible also, but yeah, I didn't see it. So I'm gonna tear this thing down. It's gonna be the last time. Then we'll assemble it. Alright, so I'm gonna put this shim back on here. Actually, I'll probably put it right on top of the bearing. That way when I turn it over, it won't fall out. Alright. I know you don't really need to see this. Is this going to be the last time I do this? If it is, it looks good and clean. They do suggest putting grease here. It's supposed to be on the outside and on the O-ring. grease. I'm not sure what you guys can see there. I probably should fast forward this. All I'm doing is greasing this O-ring, the edge here, the housing. Alright, that's a done deal. Alright. Shim's in there. Shim. There we go. I think it's contacting the O-ring, so the O-ring's giving it too much resistance. It doesn't want to just fall right in, so. Oh, shit. Alright, time out. I gotta get the Loctite stuff. So the manual does say that the lash is basically changed by the height of the ring gear, and the contact points is mainly adjusted by the shims, the contact of the pinion, going, moving with different shims. And it seems like, since I'm hitting, most of my contact point is on the this far end of the ring. I kind of want to move my pinion gear back a little bit so it's more in the center. Yeah, alright, so this is all the normal shims in the ring gear. It's the 40 and 40. That's really all I have. This is no shims on the pinion, and you can, there's no lash, and it's like stuck. I mean, it feels like it's grinding. It's like, the gear against the gear. Here's the 6/1000 shim. And it still feels like it's, there's no lash still. And I don't even have this load, I don't have the nut on this that loads up, the pressure here too. So it might actually go away a little bit. So 6 is no good. This is the 30. I can tell. And the 30 actually works. But I still want to move the pinion back far enough so the contact isn't in the very front of that ring gear and it's more in the middle of the ring gear. So you're supposed to have some sort of height gauge that measures the amount of distance from one tooth to the next or something on the spline, I believe. I don't have that kind of setup, so I'm basically going by ear. And you can tell when the gears engage each other. But can I tell whether it's that much difference from 30 to 40? No, honestly, I can't really. There's the 40 now. That was the 30. maybe a little bit. Try to push that down. Maybe I can see it on the camera when I go to look at this. This is the 40 thou shim. Like I said, the 6 would not work. Let's do the 40 and the 30. Now that's going to move the sucker back a little ways. Probably create better contact, yet I think it will increase the lash a little bit too. So that's 70 thou. It's not super noticeable. And here's the 6 thou. We might as well make it 76 and see what it does. See what it looks like and feels like. Feels like it's got more lash to it to me. And the book does say what does it say? I could have sworn it said it also says check the backlash during tightening the cover bolts. Stop tightening them immediately if the backlash disappears. But my bolts are not tight, but I mean it's down. The cover is on the cover. I don't think that's gonna change anything. It's not gonna change the height of cover to the cover, so I can't push down any further on this gear. Seems like it's a little bit too much. Ah, shit. Yeah, what I'd like to do is be able to bring the ring gear down just a hair to get rid of this lash. And probably stay about where I am here. Oh. That doesn't seem right. Oh, those are the shims compressing. You know what? I could just for shits and giggles. I'm not going to torque this down to 100 foot-pounds. Oh hell! I'm using the freaking. Okay. Let's see if there's any difference. Feels a little bit tighter. And that's 76. That's all the shims I have. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Doesn't feel much different than the 40, the 30. Or the 40 and 30, or now it's the 40, 30, and the 6. I might take this into my shop and see if I can have my tool room guy set this up for me, because I want to be sure that it's right. Or maybe I'll take it to a shop. This is strange writing on the cover I never noticed before, and I did not write it. 140, 150. 150. If anybody knows what that could possibly mean, let me know. I'm just getting a little fed up with that. Shit. All right, I'm out.